Climate change is a real and present danger that we cannot avoid. The long-term effects of these changes will bring widespread devastation and extreme weather. Over 99.9% of peer-reviewed scientific papers agree that climate change is mainly caused by humans, according to a new survey of 88,123 climate-related studies. As temperatures rise above 1.5 degrees Celsius, 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit, we will start witnessing more droughts as a result of decreased rainfall, increased or more intense natural disasters such as hurricanes or tornadoes, ocean acidification due to an increased carbon dioxide in the water, deforestation due to wildfires increasing in intensity, biodiversity loss through species extinction in many tropical areas, glacial retreat in mountainous areas resulting in significant changes in water availability for human consumption. While our planet continues to warm, the ice caps will melt more rapidly and sea levels will rise, causing more frequent flooding. In some areas of the world, this may be a benefit as deserts become food-producing regions. However, populations living in coastal cities such as New York might have to evacuate as their city infrastructures get overwhelmed. Warming temperatures also allow insect carriers of diseases such as dengue fever or Lyme disease to spread further north than they previously had been able to. In many areas, plants and animals that were once unable to live there are now able to survive due to man-made climate change. As wildlife begins to further encroach on human-occupied territory, the potential for disastrous human-animal interactions drastically increases. As the interaction between humans and migrating animals increase, new disease will emerge. Farmers who lose their crops due to drought or flooding caused by severe storms will not be able to feed their families, leading them down a path of destruction and despair. There are plenty more changes that may result from climate change in the future, but due to how unpredictable it is, we can only theorize about what might happen. If there is one thing we do know for certain though, it's that climate change will affect everyone on the planet. Climate change isn't coming, it's already here. We must act now or watch as our ecosystem crumbles around us.
Research Project. Renewable Energy Technologies.
Around the world, renewable energy use is on the rise. And these alternative energy sources could hold the key to combating climate change. What is renewable energy? Renewable energy is generated from sources that naturally replenish themselves and never run out. The most common sources are solar, wind, hydro, geothermal, and biomass. Over 80% of the total energy consumed by humans is derived from fossil fuels. However, renewables are the fastest growing source of energy in the world. Renewable energy has many benefits. First, it can combat climate change because it creates no direct greenhouse gas emissions. The only emissions that they produce are indirect, meaning those that result from manufacturing parts, installation, operation, and maintenance. But even those are minimal. Second, renewable energy can decrease pollution and therefore reduce threats to our health. Wind, solar, and hydroelectric systems create no air pollution emissions, and geothermal and biomass energy systems emissions are much lower than non-renewable energy sources. Third, renewable energy is a reliable source of power. Because renewable energy sources are, well, renewable, they will never run out. Once built, renewable facilities cost very little to operate, and the fuel is often free. As a result, renewable energy prices tend to be stable over time. While renewable energy has many advantages, it is not without downsides. It is difficult for renewable energy sources to generate power on the same large scale as fossil fuels. Building wind farms and dams can disrupt wildlife and migration patterns and lead to ecological destruction. Both solar and wind energy are intermittent. They only generate power while the sun is shining or while the wind is blowing. Batteries can store excess energy for later use. However, they are often costly. While renewable energy presents some challenges, it also offers an environmentally friendly alternative to the greenhouse gas emissions and pollution of fossil fuels. And as advances in technology make renewable energy more accessible, affordable, and efficient, an end to climate change could be within our reach.
Creative project, eco-friendly innovation, air pollution remover.
This is the largest direct air capture plant in the world. It sucks up around 4,000 tons of CO2 every year, which is the same as around 160,000 trees. It's called Climeworks Orca, and little machines suck in air, remove the CO2 and then pump it underground to mix with the rock to store it away. And it's modular, so bigger plants can easily be built simply by adding more of the little machines. It's not meant to replace the need to reduce our CO2 emissions as we fight climate change, it's just meant to help us as another tool in that fight. It could be the start of something really exciting.
Reflection and action plan.
Reflection of climate change. Indeed, a critical issue that requires urgent action to mitigate its effects and safeguard the environment for future generations. As students, you have a vital role in combating climate change and contributing to a sustainable future. Here is a detailed action plan to guide you in making a positive impact. Action plan. 1. Raise awareness. Educate yourself and others about the causes and impacts of climate change. Organize awareness campaigns, workshops, and discussions in your school or community to spread knowledge and inspire action. Use social media platforms to share information and engage with a wider audience. 2. Reduce carbon footprint. Opt for sustainable transportation options like public transport, biking, or walking to reduce emissions. Conserve energy by turning off lights and electronics when not in use and using energy-efficient appliances. Minimize waste by practicing recycling, composting, and reducing single-use plastics. 3. Support renewable energy. Advocate for the adoption of renewable energy sources like solar and wind power. Encourage your school to invest in renewable energy infrastructure and participate in clean energy initiatives. Engage in projects that promote renewable energy and sustainability within your school or community. By actively engaging in these actions, you can make a meaningful difference in the fight against climate change. Remember, collective efforts, no matter how small, can lead to significant positive impacts on the environment and future generations. Let's work together to create a more sustainable and resilient world for all.
Thank you for watching.